feds on?
Come on.
Nobody. Even the brothers that's calling themselves Moors. I met a brother the other day
That's
say he
right.
got a charter and
That's
all
right.
that.
That's
He
right.
don't wear no fast. He don't do none of those things. So, but they see. I
You,
mean, this guy's the only one, and I'm talking about throughout the whole
It's
community.
wrong,
They go to
brother.
school.
Hey, brother D. Harrington Bay. My time in
Islam.
Florida with you guys, there's only been two people I can say keep their feds on their head. That's yourself and brother Asir the Ducatir. Everybody else, they might wear it, they might not. In Tampa, I stayed in Tampa almost 2 years. I used to wear my fez, and people look at me like, "Oh, you a Moor? Oh, there's a temple here." And then find out they're Moor. They ain't coming to the temple.
And
They
I'm
ain't
telling
coming
you,
to
like
the temple.
it's crazy.
You
Like,
teaching? It's
I
wrong.
ain't gonna say it's crazy. It's what our people going through because our people like to touch stuff, but see, they don't know how sometimes it take you to sit down and be still in order to touch some things. Because you're touching the wrong things or what you're doing right now. You activating at your lower self. You know what I'm saying? If I could give you all these things right here, right now, you probably would tear it up.
Ooh wee.
If I could just give you all the keys right here off the top off the top, off the rip, you gonna come straight in. You gonna get all
Tear
these
it up.
keys. See, that was another thing that the brothers used to be saying. Well, how you able to know all these things and why they talking to you about different things? I'm in all meetings. I don't miss meetings. So the stuff that I'm talking to y'all about is stuff that's been freely shared with any more that come on the call.
Can you share that
But
last
it's
part
that
again?
work ethic. People
Can
don't want
you
to put
share
that
that
work
last
in and
part
be different.
again? You make your what?
My meetings.
Islam. Ain't no
Yeah,
secrets if you make your meetings.
ain't
Islam.
no secrets if you make
Right,
your
that's right.
meetings. People was threatening me because of that right there, because I was in my meeting, and they like, well, how you know all this stuff? We don't hear this stuff. I was like, y'all don't never go to y'all meetings. Sister Cake Lover Ill steady saying, where the other brothers at? They ain't gonna come to the meetings, and they ain't gonna do this. Your sister, everybody gonna show up with you. And bro, the temple supposed to been, we supposed to been set up down here. 50 people? It's enough to start. We only need 7.
Right.
We got more than we need, and all of them got children. My sisters and brothers got, just between my sisters and brother now, it's maybe 23 grandchildren, 24 grandchildren. Like that, they got children.
Facts. And they all got nationality identification cards.
It's long. It's so many of them. We supposed to been had this thing going down here in Florida, but see, it's somebody, it's sitting down, having that drive and knowing that you're working towards something that's gonna be successful. They can't. When I get to talk about this, all they can hear is religion. It sounds that's religious. That's religious. Then I bring the law into it, and now they like, well, we can't believe that all go together. It becomes now it's a battle of getting them to understand of how to put things together and use it and show the religious part of laws that's in place. Islam, I'm telling you, like, man, this all I used to do all day long. That's why so fluently when I get to talk, it just start flowing out of me. Allah, He just talked through me. He used me as a vessel, and it's gratitude to Him for that. You know, this ain't me, because I could be out there doing the whole West Mo, but Allah done decided that ain't where you going at. So His strength is being used over the flesh. It's sacrificing the flesh, you know, so I could die to that. But man, like I said, the children, the younger generation, the 20s, the 19s, the 18s, you know, the 21s, they interested. But that interest, we gotta take that interest that they have and captivate them with the whole, and set their hearts on fire with holy zeal and love and purity. You know, we gotta walk in that light every day. You know, but them speaking on them giving away those jewels of using that word white, or calling just using it freely, not knowing. Ignorance, people use ignorance on you all day long. If you're ignorant to the law, man, you go to jail. Islam, not to be long, I hear the flow. Islam.
I just got some. I wanna
want to share something with the Moors, right? I want to build off of something that the brother just said. You know, you got 50 members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and we can't assemble 7 to open up a meeting. It's questions to be answered right there. You know, it's questions to be answered right there. And at the end of what you just said, you directed our attention to the issue. You know, the issue is aesthetic. You know, and the Grand Sheik spoke at the beginning of the meeting about skill. The aesthetic issue is not being attractive or not to the people. And then, you know, like you said, when we talk about, the children that these members have, you know, we have to teach these children, and it's a skill involved in being able to teach these children. Now, when we go back and we study the history of Sunday school was not created for the adult members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's why the original questionnaire of the Moorish Science Temple of America says Quran questions for Moorish children, because the Sunday school was designed by the sisters to teach their children.
That's right.
You know, and
that's right, to teach the people.
That's the thing. You know, the aesthetics, like, you know, can't keep their attention, and that's something that we have to really work on. You know, is being able to make these lessons applicable in everyday life, and to put them in a package that everybody can grasp and hold on to and can follow. I mean, they need to be able to follow it. I want to take a reading from the Holy Quran. I'm going to read from chapter number 2. I just want to share something with the Moors real quick, right? So it says, now Joseph, Mary, and their son were down in Egypt and Zone, and John was with his mother in the Judean hills. Elihu and Salome sent messengers in haste to find Elizabeth and John. They found them, they brought them to Zone. Now Mary and Elizabeth were marveling much because of their deliverance. So now we're seeing human beings, the Quran describing human beings as messengers. You know, said that these messengers found them and brought them to Zone, and they were marveling.
That's right.
Because of their deliverance. So when we look at this message, we say, okay, well, what does the message contain? What does it say? What is it teaching us? You know, and that's something that I really want, a question that I want the Moors to answer for themselves later on. You know, what type of message was Mary and Elizabeth? And then, okay, so Elihu then says here, Elihu said, it is not strange, there are no happenings, law governs all events. You know, this is a fact. Law governs all events. Now, something that I want to bring to the Moors' attention is that you are not an event. Okay? An event is a happening, it is a circumstance, it is a situation, it is not a person. Okay? So, when the Sheikah spoke a little while ago, and she spoke about Moors' inability to square the circle. And this is a power over simple. This is the power over circumstances. You know, like, you know, because signs and symbols are for the conscious mind, but the symbol should never be the object of your attention. What the symbol actually represents is the object of our attention. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, when we talk about squaring the circle, we talking about having control over something that's universal, something that represents, you know, great powers and immense knowledge. But you can control that because you can square it. You can actually change the appearance of it. You can change the utilization of it, you know. And the Quran talks about us being able to having maintenance and utility over these lessons. So I just want the Moors to really just take some of these things into consideration. You know that you are not an event. Law don't govern you. You understand what I'm saying? Law don't govern you. You are not an event. Law governs events. And what that means is that if you become master over the law, there's nothing that you can't do. You know, anything that you want to do, all you got to do is master the laws in relation to it. You know, that's how airplanes were built. That's how this computer that I'm sitting here talking to you all was built. Somebody mastered code. Somebody mastered aerodynamics. And things happen. You know, so
Islam Sunday school teacher.
Islam.
Just to put my 1%, my Indian head 1 cent on there. We got master's degree. And I'm going to just put it at that. Gratitude for that reminder, brother, man. That was a portion. We got master's degrees, boys.
We got, if you look at the words on the charter, look at what the charter says. Look at the authority that the charter is granting. It is granting the person who the charter is issued to the authority. Listen to this. The authority to initiate all the degrees of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Think about that. Those tassels on your turbans more symbolize an infinite amount of degrees. An infinite amount. So when we talk about master's degrees, Islam, brother, here today.
Islam. Okay, so, all right, so, this is very interesting. But I'm going to direct the whole conversation to the prophet. In the prophet time, the prophet issued an order. What he issued out, see, what I see in what the prophet issued out through the Moorish literature is legislation through Congress. Him being our congression, the representative, him, Allah being a part of, and the angels being a part of the Congress, congressional representatives of the legislation. You know, so when the prophet said that it was other members, other people of the same side of the nation trying to take over what he had wrong. See, because the prophet had all the skills that we wish to possess, that we are trying to possess, and yet and still he had backstabbers right there with him. Brother Emil had to go through the same thing. They were skilled brothers. See, we can't put it all on ourselves no more. Just like you said, they got a computer. They can look up. They got YouTube. There's so many avenues to learning, to becoming better, to going to find out if what Brother D. Harrington Bay is telling me about. Because see, a lot of people that you deal with, they are Christians. I'm talking about me, who I've dealt with and tried to bring over to the light. And brought over to the light. They actually proclaimed their nationality. You know, I brought them over there. But see, when you got a certain type of background, it's going to take a certain type of effort from you. Jesus didn't never tell me. Jesus didn't never say that. Jesus' message wasn't that he was going to have to come back and do all the work again. His message that other people was going to see what he did and start doing greater than what he did. His message wasn't, I gotta go up to the heaven, then I gotta come back down here and tell you it all over again. No, I left the words, I left everything right here. So those who could hear, you're gonna hear. Those who can't hear, they're not gonna hear. Those who can see, they're gonna see. Those who can't see are not gonna see. So, with that being said, I still have to be in the mindset of being a governor, as being a mastermind, and not judging men by what they seem to be, but by what they are. And they are a child of Father God, Allah.
That's right. That's right.
But see, that the portion that they dealing with Islam, but the portion that they have accepted as their portion from Allah is being Negro, black, colored, and African American. See, my skills was to lead them to the water. My skill wasn't the skill to make them drink. Because now that's forced servitude.
Come on with it. I hear you.
Involuntary.
Science.
I ain't signed up to do this. So now it's like my skill has become force or power. It ain't even force, because force don't change. It don't go nowhere. Power. My skill has become power, and not like you said at first. It's not about Allah. Now it's about me becoming an event. And like you said, no, I'm not an event. But the event was the life-changing things that Allah put in my path. Those was the events in order for me to become Dwayne Harrington Bay. Because before I was it's wrong. And who else should I take it back to other than my people? So that's what the prophet
Right.
said. Save yourself, then go back and save
That's
them.
right. You can't save nobody else till
Excuse
you
was
get
them
yourself
because
together.
They
It's
seen
wrong.
a guy that had been going back and forth to prison every other year, or every time he got out of prison. Oh, he ain't going back to prison no more. Oh, his voice done changed. Oh, he back in school again. Oh, he back in school again. So I was showing. I was clearly cutting what he cut. I went back in front of the federal judge and put the documents on record so they'll see that the documents really work. I wasn't a block of wood.
You did what? Hold on. You flying through that thing a little bit too quick now. You did what?
I went to the federal government and put it on.
You went to the feds?
Yeah, the feds. I went to the feds. They were trying to send me back to the feds with 5 new charges. Right there. I went to trial on them 5 new charges. And
Man, you fought the feds, the FBI? Ooh-wee. You know, people scared to fight the feds now.
With a public defender. I just told her how she was going to handle the situation. And seriously, that's exactly how it went. You know, and when I go to thinking about it now, like, the sister, she told us this right here in the learning modules.
Who taught y'all this? Hold on.
Sister K. Glover is.
Man, you saying anything.
Save yourself.
What?
I seen it work. I got to take this back to my community. I can't go nowhere. I just seen it work. I'm talking about, I got 5 new charges. You know, but all these charges was brought on by the police driving in certain type of vehicles don't look like the police. And so when I ran from them, now you want to call the police. And who is y'all? We don't know who y'all is in regular vehicles like everybody else.
Sound like a criminal complaint.
You can't see in them.
That's a criminal complaint that went federal. Islam.
Yes, that's what the judge told them. That is a criminal complaint against y'all. That's what the federal judge telling them. How is y'all going to people's community labeling them as criminals? Oh, that's a drug related neighborhood. That's a high crime neighborhood. How are y'all doing that in order to beef up y'all polices? But the people that y'all are harassing, they caused them match no Grand Theft Autos. They wasn't involved in no shootings. They weren't selling no drugs at the time. They didn't have drugs on them. They didn't have weapons on them.
Oh, you
These
cooking.
people
You
are
cooking.
People.
Real people. The real citizens.
Sister K loving them. It gave me a reason to stand up. It's wrong. And when I seen it work, oh man, I went right back to save my brothers and sisters that's in my community. And I know in St. Petersburg, Florida, I am well known. I am seen everywhere. My feds, they see the skill, they see the movement, they see that he ain't the same no more. Nah. A cleanser, I might not be. They cleanse that mental slavery that our people are suffering from, because now that come down to studying, their study habits now. And some things they have to break. Because on Fridays, when I told them this was the Holy Night meeting day, they get what their response is. On Friday, that's the day everything goes. That's the day we go. Huh? It ain't adding up. They ain't think that they ain't believe that their conditions could be better.
Hey, you know they got to go to the club. It's Friday night. Just got paid. It's Friday night. You know where they at. Party, jumping.
That 1 hour going to church on Sundays for them.
Yep.
It's all right to them. It's good. They don't need no more. Definitely when I start talking about changing the way that they're treating us in our communities, they're like, the people gonna kill you. I said, the people ain't killed me yet. Y'all the one killing the dream.
They scared. They scared.
They scared. The Europeans ain't killed me yet. They ain't tried to kill me. People, I done had guns to my head by more of y'all by talking about helping y'all than the Europeans done. The Europeans ain't never put no gun on me.
Ain't that the truth?
I done had guns to my head about trying to help brothers not throw their life away. Not, you know, I don't really put my life on the line. So the outside skill outside of that, because we just read, should I sacrifice myself for fools?
Islam teach
doing that.
Islam teach.
That's right.
Islam. I was sacrificing myself for fools. And now my strategy is to let them come to me. I'm gonna be a light in darkness, and the ones that could comprehend, they're gonna come to me. So it ain't always our skills that we have to call into question. Sometimes it's just that mental slavery is mental slavery, and it's hard to come back. Even with me, it's hard. Some days I still go to my